Doot doodle doot. Yo. All right, everyone, who's got tight hips? Put your hand in the air like you just don't care if y'all got tight hips. It's your boy Nunzi. Welcome to Nunzi YouTube. What do you guys think of the fit today? We got the OG, man. These are like, when I pass somebody, these need to be in the Nunzi Museum because these shorts are iconic. And we got the white crop, guys. I'm bringing the crops in. Tell the men out there, be proud of your crop tops. I'm telling you. All right, guys, welcome to Nunzi YouTube. Welcome to a requested video. I have been asked this so much about hip mobility, tight hips, how to warm up your legs. So I want to break down, you guys, some really key, awesome exercises on how to start your workouts. Now, first of all, if you are from a cold climate, you will understand what I'm saying here. When you live in a cold, frigid climate and your car's outside, you never just go and start the car and take off. You go in and you warm the car up. This is the same principles when we're working out. You know, your body is the vehicle and you need to warm it up properly. So spending 10 to 15 minutes doing your hip openers, foam rolling, man, it's gonna pay dividends, man. So it's like, you never wanna just come to the gym and get training. If you're doing that, I really recommend saving this video and starting to implement some kind of warm up. And by the way, guys, doing a jog or, you know, running on the treadmill, that's not a warm up. That's getting your heart rate up, which is great, but we actually wanna get blood flow circulation in the muscle. So let's start with the foam roller, guys. This is the piece of pieces. If you do not have a foam roller, please go get one. Most gyms have them, but you wanna find one that's like strong, like firm. There's one with like little, like, you know, sort of like grippy things, but I like a smooth foam roller. And the thing with the foam roller is you can have fun with it. You kind of got to explore on your own. I've always said you kind of got to dance with the foam roller. So right now I'm going to hit my quads because those are always really nice and tender. And we're just going to nicely roll out there. We're going to roll that quad. I'm working on the teardrop at the moment right now, and it feels really good. So like I said, the foam roller is used prior to working out so you can you know, improve that circulation and that blood flow. One of the things that you can also do is, so this is the IT band. This is absolutely brutal. This IT band will really, you'll really feel it. And that's the thing about the foam roller is it will tell you. It will tell you if it's working. One of the things I like as well is that you can just post up. So you can, like, for example, you know, when I'm hitting my IT band here, I can just rest and I can just like put pressure on the leg and it just suits up. So the thing about the foam roller is it is a skill. You kind of got to get used to working with it. And I'll show you guys what I mean, because, you know, here's me going from like top of glute. This is a really good one here, top of the glute, glute medius. And then I can like transition into the IT band. I can roll over, hit the top of the quads. You can even do them both. You know, that works as well. Of course, your back is incredible. So your back is something that you can definitely work. You know, so the foam roller is gonna work the bigger muscles. You can roll or you can just post up. You know, sometimes when I'm hitting the lat, I'll post up and hit the lat. So anyway, and the purpose of this video, I only typically foam roll what I'm working. So if I am working my back, then I'll foam roll my back. If I'm working my quads, I'll foam roll my quads. That's how that kind of works. So do not neglect the foam rolling, guys. I'd recommend at least 5 to 10 minutes on that muscle that you are working. And it will save your life as it saved mine. Now I want to get into some hip opening exercises. These are amazing. There's about 4 of them I'm going to show you guys, and these are ones that you're going to want to do before your workout. So the first one is what we call is a 90-90 lift. So if you guys look at my body, I'm basically, both of my legs there's a 90-degree angle on both of my legs. My core is tight. My chest is facing frontwards, so I'm not faced this way. Now the key is to lift that knee as high as you can while keeping your chest forward and this leg flat. Oh yeah. So when I first started these, I could only get about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. Now I've been working on it. I'm able to get them pretty Now, not super high, but it's getting there. And that's kind of the fun thing that you'll notice is that each side is gonna be, you're gonna be able to find which side is tighter. So for me, when I switch to the right side, I'm gonna definitely feel, look at that, I already can't get it as high. And this is something, this is probably the best hip opener that you can do, I'd say. You can also, and this is what I'll do, is I'll put them together. So once I've done 30 each side, I'll do a rotation. So I'll rotate, rotate. But the important thing is watch my 90-90. I don't lose it. You can't lose it. 90, 90, 90, 90. And you can either kind of throw up a little bit of a hike hip or hip hike there to really get in that extra stretch of the hip flexor. And those are incredible. So those are called 90-90 lifts. This is called a butterfly, where you bring your feet in nice and tight. So after I do my 90-90s, I'll just sit like this, wave at people as they walk by. And these are called hip butterflies, whatever you want to call them. And basically what you're doing here is you're just working this. And the cool thing about it is I'll do it for about a minute or two, about a minute to 2 minutes. And you'll notice you're gonna stretch the fascia, tight muscle tissue, and you'll be able to get lower and lower and lower. And I guarantee you, if you actually did this for 5 minutes, you'd be surprised at the depth that you would get with your knees to the ground. So these are the butterflies. After the butterflies, you're gonna get into some standing work. Now these are called hip airplanes and hip cars. So hip airplanes are fantastic. This is where we're going to bend over, hinge from hip, back leg comes out. So my toe right now is pointed down, and I'm gonna externally rotate my hip out. So toe goes down, externally rotate out. Toe goes down, externally rotate out. The goal in this though is you gotta keep this leg, the balanced leg, hip engaged forward. You don't wanna have this hip roll out, then you'll lose it. So you're keeping that hip engaged, that back leg is back, and you're twisting and rotating your hip open. So I'll do about anywhere from 20 to 30 reps of these hip airplanes is what we call them. And of course we have beep beep, the hip cars. This is where the leg comes up and around just like this. You're making a circle. So knees up, exposed out and around. Show you from the back view here, up and around, up and around. Switch the legs, and I'm doing anywhere from about, I'd say 20 to 30 reps of these. All right, so let's quickly review here. Proper warm-up, talking about hip mobility today. Spend about 5 to 10 minutes on the foam roller, foam rolling your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Dance with the foam roller, become one with the foam roller. Spend about 5 to 10 minutes on that. You guys are gonna work on your 90-90s, okay? Very important. This is the exercise. You can do the dual 90-90, the butterfly, of course, that we talked about there. And then we have the hip cars and the hip airplanes. Fantastic exercises. There you go, guys. Trust me, my 15-year training career, it's probably one of the most common questions I get. And do not neglect the warm-up. If you neglect the warm-up, your machine will let you know, right? If you never, just think of your body as a car. If you don't bring your car in for a service, you never take it for an oil change, you never take it for a checkup or whatever, the car will break and stop working. We are no different. So if you're going into the gym, you're skipping your warm-up, and everyone has tight hips because we sit all day, right? So these are just great to do even if you have an office job, if you're working at home in an office chair. Get up, do a couple hip airplanes, do a couple hip cars, loosen up the hips, because the more we can keep them loose, the more muscle recruitment you're gonna have in the gym. That's one of the reasons why the warm-up is essential, is because it's gonna allow you to have a greater range of motion, in turn, produce more muscle contraction, in turn, get more muscle gains, okay? Guys, it's your boy Nunzi. If you wanna see any exercise breakdown, or you guys want me to make any videos regarding fitness, lifestyle, and nutrition, please comment below. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're not excited, get excited.